Yo, what's going on everyone? Before we hop into this video, I do have to let you know that it is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN, or Virtual Private Network, keeps your online identity safe by encrypting all of the information sent between your device and the internet. This keeps your personal data protected from big companies or cyber criminals. VPNs swap the location of your device with a new one, like changing your IP address. This way you can virtually travel to any location around the globe. By changing your location, you can bypass censorship everywhere. Surfshark will unblock blocked websites for you and bypass geo restrictions. You get early access to games by switching time zones, and also it will help you stop ISPs from throttling your data. Additionally, Surfshark's clean web feature blocks ads, trackers, malware, and phishing attempts, allowing you to surf the web safely. Surfshark also offers an alert service, which monitors your personal data and checks for potential breaches. It'll provide you with real-time alerts and help you protect your identity. It also offers a nice antivirus service, and it allows you to hide your identity from search engines if you so please. If you check out my link in the description, you'll get 83% off, plus 3 extra months free off your first purchase, and Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to trying it out. Yo, what's going on everyone? Today we're going to be showcasing the power of my BRYNN. Dude, this new greatsword skin, sorry, it's getting a little bit sidetracked. See, I saw the splash image of the new greatsword skin, and it looks so good. Like, you can even see it just like selecting it. You can see it. It looks like this is going to be by far the best greatsword. It just has the best silhouette. It has nice details. It has the wings, charitable wings, nice little connection there. Even the detail at the bottom, at the hilt of the sword, it looks nice. But the problem with this greatsword skin is that it's too small. And I know that this doesn't really apply anymore, because if you didn't get it, then you're not going to get it. But the point is, this greatsword skin really disappoints me. Like, it's really small. Does anyone else notice that? Like, it's so small. Like, let's swap to a bigger, better greatsword like this one. Like, just look at how much better it is. Disappointing, man. The best silhouette is just too small. Anyways, a lot has happened since my last recording. I don't remember if it was before or after 2v2 Steel Series, but 2v2 Steel Series was not good. Third place. God, third place is like the most disgusting placement in general. Like, this is not just 2v2 specific, it's an in general kind of thing. It's like you were good enough to get on the podium, but you're too despicably bad to even get into the grand finals. Like, what is up with that? Anyways, so 2s was bad, so that's not happening again. And also 1v1 happened, which was also despicably bad, because I know I just said that third is the worst, but second is the worst. Like, how are you gonna be not bad enough to get third? Or worse. I mean, we don't even have to talk about if you get worse than third. But you're good enough to not get third, but you're not good enough to win. And not only that, but you don't have to live. Like, it's easy. Like, you get third, you're sad for a little bit, you're like, wow, I'm really bad, and you can leave it at that. But the closer you get to winning, the more painful it is. It's really disappointing. But even though I got second, and it was I got second, it's bad, whatever. At least it's not as bad as Summers last year, because it wasn't really I got second, but oh, I almost won. It was I got second, but I got outclassed. It was that kind of loss. That kind of loss is, while it's not acceptable, ego-wise, it's acceptable because it doesn't hurt as much. For example, Summers last year I was up 2-0 in grand finals from winner's side, up 2-0, and then I got reverse swept, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna bounce back, I'm gonna bring this back, I got this, and I went up 2-0 again, and then I still lost. See, that's the kind of loss where it's like, wow, what am I doing? Should I retire? Is this the right career path? Yeah, I mean, When you get second and it's just like a clear outclass and like you're just doing a lot of things wrong, then it's okay because you have a lot, you know, it's very easy to see what you need to improve on. When you go up 2-0 twice and lose both times, reverse sweep, it's like, I mean, you almost had it. Anyways, I'm playing BRYNN in 2v2 now. There's a lot of good things about BRYNN, especially over cross. The problem with double gauntlets, and double gauntlets is really oppressive to play against, but the problem is gauntlets are pretty low range, and you can honestly see that in 1v1 as well. It's difficult to kill consistently with gauntlets. It's kind of, it's not like a weapon, like, what's a good example? Okay, gauntlets has like true combos, right? Like you can GCD light recovery, and if you get the reads off, for example, like a side light recovery is gonna kill very early, but it's like okay at killing, right? But it's not as good as like a hammer or an axe or a sword, especially not sword, or even like orb, right? So for gauntlets to be good, you really need to be like in the groove. You need to be hitting a lot of your moves, and now that sounds obvious, right? Like to be winning with a weapon, you need to be hitting a lot of your moves, but there's weapons like axe, where you don't need to be hitting a lot of your moves. You just need to hit like one stray move occasionally, and in 2v2 it's going to convert into so much. See, that's the difference between axe in 1v1 and axe in 2v2. I think axe is generally overrated in 1v1. Like, yeah, it's annoying to fight, and like you get hit by silent in there and it's really annoying or whatever, but in 2v2 you get hit by axe, silent nair, and then you get hit by another like 20 damage with a single hit move, and they're completely safe and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's why axe is so good in 2v2. Also, axe is like the easiest weapon by far to play with, because every single move, other than D-Light, but you're not really following up off D-Light anyway, you can pretty easily like react to and combo off of. So an example is like, okay, everyone knows that gun end light is like the golden standard for a setup move, right? Because it lasts so long, it sets up at the exact same time, or at the exact same positioning every time. An axe silent nair is basically the exact same thing, but it does more damage. Like, the setup location is perfect. No matter what weapon you're playing, unarmed, you hit a sidelight nair, you can jump recovery, you can jump nair, all that kind of stuff. It's a perfect setup tool, and it does so much damage. Also, Spear is similar. Spear is a bit weaker in general. Spear is a bit of a weaker weapon in 2v2. It's a great setup tool, and it's really good. So Spear in general, like you can just see with the way that the moves are like designed and like where they hit and stuff, that Spear is not great at approaching. It's not great at pushing the advantage heavily, because you know it's longer range. There's not a great stacked option when you're grounded. So if you overstep with your movement, it can be difficult to, you know, recover from that if you go too aggressively. Also, other than end light, there's no like safe option to hit in front of you really. Like, you're gonna get punished if you whiff side light. You're probably not gonna get punished if you whiff end light, but 100% if you whiff side light, you're getting punished. That was crazy there. So because of that, Spear is not great at, like, you don't want to have two spears. You don't want to have your Spear player running up, trying to do everything. But Spear is insane at holding its ground. You know, a lot of 2v2 is zone control and like suffocating your opponents out, making your opponents feel like they can't move in on you, that they can't pressure you. Even if their teammate is getting hit, you want to make the other guy, wow, this guy's taunting me? You want to make the other guy feel like he's not like able to do anything, even when his teammate is the one that's actually like in danger. And Spear is so good at that. Spear is just the weapon that you're gonna get stuffed if you ever try to approach it. Like if you try and half-ass an approach, you have to be locked in on your approach. You need to be baiting out the movement, all that kind of stuff. And it has good combo game. And on top of that, BRYNN's stats are pretty solid. Now she does have 4 dex, which isn't perfect, and she only has 5 defense. But so like it could be optimized a little bit, but still her stats are above average, I'd say. And then on top of that, you have, you know, some of the most unholy sigs force-wise in the entire game. Her Spear end sig is like pretty disgusting, and the hitbox for it is super lenient. And you can do it out of follows because you can use it as a follow-up because it is solo startup. Crazy player I'm fighting against with a crazy name. I kind of like how they have a green colored title. I know it's kind of random, but I like that. Yeah, I was thinking about, is it just me or like, okay, I've been looking at the ultimate skins recently, or like, I don't know what to call them, the final tier battle pass skins, the ones that are animated. Okay, why is Diana's worse than all the other ones? That can't just be me, right? The Diana one, okay, tier 1 is the Nyx skin. The Nyx skin is in like its own tier of good. And then after that, it's all other 3, and then like 3 tiers down is the Diana one. I feel like they spent so much time making that little circle behind Diana when you lock her in that like they forgot to make the skin look great. And that's not to say that the skin doesn't look good. I think the skin does look good. And that's also like, this is completely me leaving out the fact that Diana doesn't have like great spell effects, so it's pretty difficult to make like a great looking like elite skin like this one. Like, I like the horse thingy that they did. That's completely extra added, you know, like normally there's just nothing there. It's just a little sweep she does. But yeah, I think that the spell weaver aesthetic or whatever is cool, but I don't know. I feel like they should have done a little bit more on the D6. That's just me, and that's just because I'm a certified Diana main, so I get to complain about that kind of stuff. Also, this is another thing, like, I don't know why, but I feel like my SIG usage and like just everyone's SIG usage on BRYNN is better and like more consistent than most other characters. Like, I feel so confident using SIGs in neutral, using SIGs as punishes, all that kind of stuff on BRYNN. Like, I feel so comfortable doing all that stuff. Whereas on other characters, sometimes it's difficult. Also, BRYNN Dila and SIG is like super solid. Oh, this guy just chose death. That's unfortunate. I've been loving the what's it called? The frame fix. Frame fix has like made me fall in love with this game again. I've been playing this game easily like probably 8 hours a day the last week. And now, no, like earlier when I first started this recording, I queued into another top player. And I left the game because I'm not in the mood to play like some super try hard. But whatever, I guess we're gonna give Impala a run for his money. But yeah, the frame fix Unbounded is truly a lifesaver. It makes the game so fun. I feel like more, okay, it's literally every game you play, right? If you ever feel slow or sticky or like you're lagging, it completely ruins the experience of the game. Like, it makes you just not want to play. I don't know if you guys have ever played, you know, not to start a war, but if you guys ever played like Smash Ultimate, they have like some built-in input lag or some garbage like that. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I feel so like sticky when I play that game. Like, my inputs are not registering, and maybe that's just because I'm bad at the game. And that's not to say that Smash Ultimate is a bad game or anything. I appreciate that game and I think it's fun, but like that specific thing about it makes the game like significantly less enjoyable than it could be. And if you just like ever lag in general in video games and like any online game, it just feels so horrible. Like, if you're from if you're a US East player and you've ever tried playing on US West, you know exactly what I'm saying. Like, it just ruins the experience. So any time that you can reduce the amount of input lag or like just improve the general feel of the game, it's just a massive dub. Like, there's no going wrong with like this change. Like, it's a massive win for everyone. There's no way you can dislike the update. You're actually just a complete idiot if you dislike the update. Not that I think anyone is. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's just common sense. I cannot wait for them to add this map to tournament. But yeah, seriously, this map is gonna be so good once they add it to the tournament. I think there's a lot of unique things that you can do on like 1.5 jump height platforms. For example, like just using Orb as an example because it's really obvious to anyone who's ever played Orb. You know, if you've ever played Miami Dome, you'll know that if you do Satellite Daylight Nair, on orb and you're below the platform, you don't even have to try. You just automatically ledge cancel a delay. I'll show you guys after this game what I'm talking about. But there's just like some perfect setup locations and things, unique things that you, dude, like, what is that SIG? That SIG is absolutely disgusting. It like picks up grounded pretty much. Yeah, so like if you're playing a Miami Dome right now and you're playing orb, try and use this. I think this is a useful tip for like all weapons, but mainly orb. So let's move him over a little bit. Oh, this is a kind of weak positioning too. So you do satellite D-Light Nair, and you don't have to adjust your movement at all. So run this back, satellite D-Light Nair, and if you just input that combo normally, you can just do a D-Light and it will automatically put you at the position to ledge cancel. You don't even have to think about it. It's like an auto combo pretty much. And stuff like that, like this is going to be possible on the new map as well. And also, I mean, that's just a little tidbit, a little pro player insight, a little elite orb gameplay. But yeah, I mean, there's just unique situations that you can do on 1.5 jump height platforms. For example, like if you're playing guns, a lot of the time, if you hit a GC delay, or like if you hit a delay in general at low HP, you're going to want to do recovery because it does the most damage, right? But if you're hitting, what was I going to say? Okay, so if this guy's low HP, for example, maybe a little bit higher HP, you can go for like a mix-up. I can't even do the combo. Uh-oh, this is not good. I might have to cut this out. But you can do this and set up a juggle more, because anytime, okay, let's just go to another map, for example, just so I can demonstrate this. Let's just say Crystal Temple. One jump height platforms, it's unsafe for a lot of weapons to go for juggling moves. For example, gun nair, if you're going for a juggle, it's really easy for the person, if you whiff the gun nair, to land and punish you. But if you're snap back to reality and we go back to Fortress of Lions over here, if you miss the nair, you're really safe, because they have to, like, let's think about situations where you're going for a juggle. Like, let's just put this guy up way in the sky and have him reset his position up here. So if you're going for a juggle up here, right, what move is he gonna punish you with if you miss? You're so safe if you whip. Like, okay, I'm going here, right, and let's just say you're being actually really optimal and you're going for like a dash jump there and you're just trying to juggle when they land on the platform. You're never gonna get punished for whipping this. Like, you go for this move, you're not gonna get punished for it. Anyways, I don't know why I even talked about that, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm really excited for all the new stuff coming out in the future, coming up here in like a few months. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm playing BRYNN. I know that's like the title of the video and stuff, but I didn't really talk about it. Whatever. Peace out. Hope you have a good day.